How do you navigate mental health? That's a great one. That's actually part of why I'm able to do what I'm doing right now. I read a lot. I try to look up to people who have big picture ideas, people who have been successful. I have faith. It's not like there's one method to it. It's not like I can say that this is the answer to everything. I think you have to be open-minded and not have a wall up and allow yourself to navigate that space and just be open. Not closed, no walls, allow yourself to be free. Mental health may be different for somebody else. They may feel like and sometimes I feel that way too, like you have to be the strongest that you could be and that you don't reach out for help when you're not feeling good. But I've learned that that's not the way for my truth. That's not the way for me. My mental health matters. Meditation, prayer, encouragement, surrounding myself with the right people. That's what's really helped me with my mental health.
Yeah.
It's a very important piece for me to be the best person I can be. It's very important. Are you currently in therapy? Yeah, I'm currently in therapy. That was a battle in and of itself because I believe that I could do it by myself. Hey, I had a successful career, beautiful wife, graduated college, did all these things, but there was still there were always underlying things, underlying issues that I just never really allotted. Like it would be one of those things where, hey, one drink might lead to like 5, 6 drinks or whatever. And then all of a sudden you're unable to control your emotions if you're in a situation, whether that be an argument with a wife or with friends or whatever it may be. I think that's whenever things would be resurfacing, right? And, work, whatever it may be, stress in general would allot all of that tension and all of that trauma to resurface. And I had to do something about it. I had to go to therapy. And that's not easy. It's not easy saying, and I'm not saying I had a problem. I'm saying that I wanted to heal. I wanted to better myself. I realized I was self-aware enough to say, dude, you're not yourself, or you're better than this. You're not a byproduct of what you went through. So I started researching it. I started looking into it. And then one therapist led to another therapist, led to the current therapist that I have. Things are going well. I go every week. It's very hard because there's challenges that are there with, but there's also a level of trust and vulnerability, unlike any other, where I'm able to vent and to heal and to have guidance and have someone listen authentically and help. It's been great. I am currently in therapy. I will consistently be in therapy for a while, I believe. I don't know when you're ever perfect. I don't think you're ever going to be perfect, but I think it helps me. It really helps me. It helps me heal. It helps me get better. You've only recently been going to therapy, right? Yeah, the past few years. Why did it take so long for you to go to therapy? Pride? Pride was a big factor, I believe. Pride, pride, I believe. I think I think it was pride, and I'll be frank. I mean, I spoke about it earlier about, how faith got me through a lot, but it wasn't that I wasn't being faithful anymore. It was that the faith, that mindset that I had that was catered towards that wasn't everything anymore. I couldn't just pray my way through the trauma, I couldn't just I'm going to say for some reason ask for forgiveness, but I didn't do anything wrong. But I couldn't get through it. And no matter how hard I prayed, no matter how much I did, I needed real help. I needed someone that was outside of a church influence to help. I needed something science-based. I needed something that was going to help. And I'm not saying that I can't have all of the above. I can't have my faith, but then also have the therapy. But the faith wasn't everything, and I needed real help. The reason I had went to therapy was I had went to a funeral, and my mother was at the funeral because I'm strong and I want to go and prove myself that I've made it, and I can go to this funeral and see these people of my past. Yeah, that was false. That was false pride. That was horrible. So I'll never do that again. I'd probably won't ever visit that situation ever again. But that's what actually made me know that, hey, dude, you can't do this by yourself. And what you had been doing isn't working anymore. It had worked, but you got to do something more. So, yeah, that's why. Have you ever experienced depression? Yes, I have. Yeah, I have. I've experienced severe depression. I've recently just come out of severe depression. I don't think you can quote unquote call it that. I mean, you have to be, therapy is different than going to something different and then diagnosing you. But I'd say that I felt incredibly low, at the point where I wanted to give up hope, give up my mental fortitude that I've always had, and just think, is it really worth it? Like, why is it worth it? Why am I here? Why am I doing this? Why am I waking up and doing things that don't fulfill me? And I think a lot of people question that at times. That doesn't necessarily mean they're depressed. I think when you're having ideation of not wanting to be here anymore, and you don't want to get out of bed, and you don't want to perform your daily tasks like you used to, and you just feel this heaviness in your heart and your chest and your brain, and you wake up and you're like, okay, I get to do this again. I got to get through it. But I think as a man, it's really hard to speak up on that and say depression is real and that you don't want to feel the pain. I think the depression that I had was part of grieving. It was part of finding out my truth after, finding out my truth and finding out that I wasn't as strong as what I thought I was. And I still to this day can't do it alone. I have to surround myself with good people and good thoughts and read good things. But yeah, I would say I was pretty depressed. Yeah. Come on. Let's go lay down. Hey. Come on. Good girl. Good girl. I love you.